And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the New York Mets taking on the Houston Astros. And this is the rubber match, Siggy.
And these games can really shape your season, Boog. You always want to come through when you have a chance to win a series. That'll boost confidence amongst the entire organization.
First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here. Our starting pitcher in this one, Spencer Arrighetti.
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Ready to go now? Here's Francisco Lindor. And that is out of play. Bounce to the right. Dubon. The throw to first. And a quick out, number one. Here's a Mets lineup now. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Juan Soto now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Soto went deep in his most recent game. Next offering is fouled back. Gets a piece and stays alive. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And a curve is down and in.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. One out, base is empty. And there's a ball.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
It's a strikeout, but they'll be in good shape if they make their outs as difficult as that one. Those grinding ABs take a toll on a pitcher as the game goes on.
And first offering is fouled off. And that one upstairs. 2 down, nobody on. Outside low, 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And he grounds one back up the middle. Dubon to first. And the Mets go 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Mets. Now here come the Astros. No score. This is Mets baseball on the show NYC. Back here in Houston and getting the call here, Griffin Canning. Not the best results a year ago, looking for better this season, Chris.
Yeah, really struggled last year, and it was one of those seasons that you just want to flush. But I think you have to remember and take the opportunity when you do struggle to really look yourself in the mirror, identify what went wrong, and make improvements. And I have no doubt that that's what this guy did in the offseason to prepare himself to come back and to be one of the best bounce-back players in the league. We'll see today. They'll have a real opportunity to prove a lot of people wrong.
Jose Altuve, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. Altuve launched a homer in his most recent game. Fought off foul. There's a high chopper. Toss to Alonso. Just got him on that one. Now we check out the Astros lineup. Singing this righty-heavy lineup is a bit unusual against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Boog, certainly bucks the old conventional wisdom, and I'm not sure I see the vision from the manager on this one. You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit. Perhaps that's it.
He swings and fouls one off. There's a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Yordan Alvarez at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Two out, space is empty. Caught him looking for the K. Nothing doing there for Houston. We played an inning, no score. New inning getting started, and stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. Nimmo with a homer in his last game. Arrighetti back to work. Fastball for a strike. Swing and a foul out of play. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series. So no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now.
And now it's Mark Vientos. First pitch just misses. Arrighetti, he isn't really known as a starting pitcher that's going to get you deep into the start. It's not that he's not capable, he just hasn't proven that he can do it yet. Late with the swing there.
He's got such great stuff. You just don't know from start to start whether it's a potential no-hitter or it's a guy that's only going to give you 3 or 4 innings.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
But for the most part, with that kind of stuff, you expect him to get to the middle of the ball game.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
2 down, bases empty. And next is the designated hitter, Jesse Winker, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1. What does he need to do in order to get deeper into the game?
Well, I'd say it's command of the secondary pitches, because when you're talking about turning over the order a 2nd and 3rd time and hitters are getting looks, you've got to be able to put a wrinkle on something, change speeds, and locate it enough so that they offer at it.
To the right side, and it goes just foul.
Ultimately, you want them to swing and chase a pitch that teases the zone and ends outside the zone. But so far, he hasn't been able to do that consistently.
Swing and a miss. And he strikes out the side here in the 2nd. Down in order go the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Back here in Dyken Park, bottom of the 2nd. And now it's Christian Walker.
Christian Walker.
There's a swing and a miss.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Canning winds and deals. And a foul ball. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Now it's going to be Jeremy Pena. Collected 3 hits in the loss yesterday. Pitches in there, and it's 0-1. Canning, a former Gold Glove winner. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a slurve, and he works in a 2-seamer. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
0-0 here in the bottom of the 2nd. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Well, he's really dialed in, and this offense is going to have to do something to try to break that rhythm. Maybe it's square around the bunt, step out of the box, agitate him a little bit, do something that just changes what's happening right now, because at this pace, it's going to be a long game, so you got to figure it out quickly.
Vic Caratini at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. And that's in for a strike. 0-2 now.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Ball, that's in.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Two down, nobody on. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Just off the inside edge.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
On the ground to third, Vientos tosses to first, and the Astros put down in order. So they make short work of them there. We head on now to the top of the third. We're tied 0-0.
There's a strange wind blowing. It's coming back around.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Swings through that one for strike one.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
The pitch. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Second baseman, Brett Beatty.
Brett Beatty digs in now. Beatty in his second season in the 8th spot in today's lineup. A former first-round pick back in 2019. Foul ball there. Top of the third, no score. And a foul ball. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. I mean, it doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
And now it's Jose Siri. That one off the mark, and that's ball one. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. And it hits the fence. Around first and hustling for second. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. Grounded out his first time.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
That one fouled off. Siri on at second with 2 down. That one's in there. That's strike 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Cut on and missed. And it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So 1 hit is all they get. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. No score. Now into the ball game on defense, Luis Angel
Number
Acuna.
2.
He'll play second.
Luis Angel Acuna.
So digging in, Zach
Leading off the
DeZenzo.
Astros, right fielder, Zach DeZenzo.
That one laced to center and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. Long run, tracks it down. And there's one away.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was
Center
hit.
fielder.
Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit
Foreman.
liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
And now the center fielder, Chas McCormick. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Swings here and blasts one left field. Nimmo going back. Got it. Gone. It finds the Crawford boxes. A home run. So he goes yard to left. And it gives them the lead in the third. It's 2-0. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. Look at that, pure reaction. Fastball up and in, not an easy pitch to get to, but because it was just a reflex, he didn't have time to get long with this swing.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. Ball
That's a
1
ball.
there.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really
One
had
ball,
some run and
2
finished
strikes.
a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. So 2 down now, and here is Isaac Paredes. He's 0 for 1.
Paredes.
That one finds the corner. 0-1.
0-1.
And he takes a strike. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the last half of the third. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. He's got it. And that is out number 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's 2-zip. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Jake Myers into the game now on defense, but in a strange way. This is not a position he's used to playing as far as we know.
Jake Myers.
And now it's Juan Soto. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. He'll touch them all. That's his 4th home run of the series, and they've got their first run. It's 2-1. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. 0 for 1 so far. Swings through that one.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Paredes makes the catch, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Struck out swinging his first time. Just missed. Fastball for a strike at 95. And now 1-2. See ya. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. Now the 3rd baseman, Mark Vientos. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Gets it to first. That's out number 3. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Astros baseball on the show, Houston. Back here in Houston, ready to go, bottom 4. Now here's the Astros designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez. Ripped, but it curls foul. Ripped on the ground a second. Toss to Alonso. One up, one down.
Now batting, first baseman, Christian Walker.
And now the first baseman, Christian Walker. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for the Astros,
Jeremy
the
Pena,
shortstop,
the next to hit. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Griffin Cannon out of the game. Just never found his groove. Wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on. Back in a moment.
Now pitching for the
A
New
new
York
pitcher
Mets.
in the game, Paul Blackburn.
Number 58.
In the game for the first time
Paul
this
Blackburn.
season. And now, Victor Caratini. Swing and a base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in. Safe at home. And the runner scores from second. And they lead by 2.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Two on, one out. Jake Myers now at the plate, taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. That one ripped. Soto going back on this one. And it hits the fence. In comes the run from third, and they lead by 3.
Waste no time there. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
So up next, Mauricio Dubon. He's 0 for 1. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. That's a base hit as a run scores. Throws to second, and he'll reach second with one away.
They are really feeding off each other. That's 5 hits in a row. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And next to hit for Houston, Chas McCormick. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Paul Blackburn won't go any further tonight, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Jose
Number
Butto.
70.
This is his 3rd time out this year. Now a screamer into the outfield. Siri makes the grab, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Jose Altuve.
So the lineup flips over. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Both 2 in this one. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. It has the distance, gone. That one felt good. It's 8-1. That one just sounded different.
And it might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
So next up for Houston, Isaac Paredes. And first offering is fouled off. The big 6 spot already on the board this inning. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Now fly ball to right center. Siri sizes this one up. He's got it, and that'll do it. They bring 9 to the plate, and 6 come around to score. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Astros 8 and the Mets 1. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Jesse Winker.
Eric Getty back to work. Right side, and that one handled. Sends it to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Here's the catcher to hit. Luis Torrens went down on strikes his first time through. This one in the air. Paredes puts it away for the out. And there are 2 down.
Now that
Luis Angel Acuna will hit next. Entered the game on defense, so this is his first trip to the plate in this one. Swing and a miss.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Cut on and miss, struck him out, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing across here this half. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Astros 8 and the Mets 1. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Astros designated hitter Yordan Alvarez.
Clobber to right field, way back, gone. And Air Yordan leaves the yard. That's his 4th home run of the series, and they add a run. It's 9-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter. And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for the Mets.
Start of the sixth,
Center
John
fielder,
Sciambi with
Jose
Chris
Siri.
Singleton. And leading off, Jose Siri.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
It goes down looking.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And you know, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. He was late there, strike one. Lindor, a former All-Star, 31 years old, and he was born in Puerto Rico. One down, base is empty. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this, but yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, right fielder, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto now. He's already homered in this game. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
0-1's the count.
Lindor at first, one gone. Swing and a miss. And that's strike two.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That right there is one of those breaking balls that you swing through and you feel like you should have done something with it, or at least spoiled it away. But when it's breaking in on you like that, if the spin is tight enough, it can actually tie you up.
And first offering is fouled off.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Mets lead one. They're down 9. It's 10-1. Back here in Houston, well, we go bottom 6. Here's the center fielder, Chas McCormick. And stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo.
Left fielder. Brandon Nimmo.
The Astros turn to a new arm on the mound, Brian King.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Strike one.
0-1.
That one catches the corner.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. He's got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
The Mets with a lot of ground to make up here in the top half of inning number 7. Swings and he pops it up near the pitcher's mound. King pulls it down and there's 2 gone.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Here's Jesse Winker. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Two outs. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Catcher, Victor Caratini.
I'm about to shoot like still. I'm about to call up Pablo. I'm about to score like Nado. No. Yeah. I'm a classy rapper, white adjustment. Blessed boo for the eats I got, though I thought I might. Now I'm by the door, don't say no more.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. His first homer of the year, and they add on. It's 11-1.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
And stepping. Back here at Dyken Park, digging in, Luis Torres. Brian Abreu taking over on the mound.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate.
Well, this is no secret. That slider is going to be his go-to pitch. Everyone in the ballpark knows it. It's a massive part of his arsenal, and he'll throw it a lot and in pretty much any count, any situation, and he's going to look to punch guys out as well. I tell you what, the effectiveness of that slider is always a big key for him.
Abreu, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against it.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
On to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Jose Siri, 1 for 2. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail. And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets
They go with one of their more experienced arms in this spot, Taylor Scott.
And bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Swing and a pop-up, foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Here's Juan Soto. Fastball is outside. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. And a big swing and a miss.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Two down, nobody on. Foul ball. The Mets down to their final strike. And ball 1.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Two outs. Stays alive. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And they'll do it again. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, the 4th inning proved to be the real turning point. They looked locked in at the plate after that first time through the order where it just seemed that they were off balance a little bit. But once they started really recognizing the pitches, everything started to click.
An 11-1 final. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Listen, I'm back on the road again, been popping them. This might be my demise. Too many ops out here that's posing as friends.